Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an absolutely incredible day. You have to understand, we've been planning this for months. We had a plan B just in case it was going to be raining or too windy. So, Dwayne Eubanks told us, oh, no, I checked my weather app, and it's going to be a gorgeous day, and he was absolutely correct. My name is Donald Freitas, and I have the honor of serving as your Master of Ceremonies today. And let me just say, this is really truly a community event. On behalf of the Antioch Historical Society, I want to personally thank you for attending. Not one, but actually three different achievements. The first is going to be the dedication of the 1871 First Congregational Church Bell house in the newly constructed Unity Bell Tower. The second is the 25-year anniversary of residing here in the 1910 Riverview Union High School building, which was the first constructed high school in eastern Contra Costa County, serving Antioch, Pittsburgh, and the communities of Somerville. Yes, there was a community, Nortonville, Live Oak, and the grand cost to build that building back then, $20,000. That's what you get with low bid. There are several speakers and acknowledgments that will be highlighted during this dedication, and I want you to understand that this is the first bell that we truly believe was rung approximately 154 years ago. Now, in your program that you received, there actually is information with regards to the bell, and I want to read two paragraphs quickly to you. Prior to the building of the new church, the First Congregational Church, members decided to add a bell to the original building to announce their services and to unify the community. In 1868, the bell was commissioned and cast in bronze by the McNeely Bell Foundry in West Troy, New York. Silver dollars were donated by Fred and Helena Wilkinson. I practiced this a million times in the shower. Wilkin. And we actually have part of the Wilkinning family. Could she please stand up? Where is she? Maybe she had to go to the restroom. I saw her. Okay. And the reason why they donated the silver dollars they were mixed with the bronze in order to add to the beautiful sound of the bell when it rang. It was then that the bell was shipped from New York, traveling around Cape Horn, South America, and arriving in Antioch to be mounted on the original church building in 1871. To our knowledge, this beautiful bell was the first bell ever rung in the city of Antioch. And just to keep things in context historically, you need to realize Antioch became Contra Costa County's first incorporated city on February 6, 1872. At that time, there were only approximately 200 people living in our community. I'm sure when the Board of Supervisors approved the incorporation, Antioch celebrated by ringing the bell and rejoicing that they had become the first city, incorporated city, in Contra Costa County. Now, according to the press release announcing today's event, written by Carla Merrimack, quote, the First Congregational Church of 1871 welcomed all persons, without exception, including African Americans as early as 1875 and children of Chinese laborers building the existing Delta levees. This bell in this Unity Tower serves to once again bring our diverse community together in both good times and in bad. Now, I'd like to introduce all of you are important, and we are all very, very thankful you're here. And we'd like to honor some special guests. So Antioch is actually blessed to have not one, but 2 Contra Costa County supervisors representing our community. And representing District 3 is Supervisor Diane Burgess. Diane?
Good morning, everyone. You know, I was thinking about history and how it's such a beautiful thing to learn about, but it's also something to learn from. And it's an important time right now to learn from our history, right? I brought my grandsons, and they're in the back. Hi, Brody. Hi, Huxley. And as we were driving here, I was explaining the importance of this building and what it used to be and what it is now. It's still a school, right? We learn from it. And I was talking about what was in the building and what we would get to see. And I really am so glad that there is the history that we can bring our kids to and we can reference to so that we can learn from it and do better. And I have a certificate for the Antioch Historical Society in honor of the First Congregational Church Bell's 25th anniversary, located at the 1910 Riverview Union High School building, in addition to the 50th anniversary of the Antioch Historical Society. And Dwayne has been talking about this at the National Heritage. Yeah, no, come on. And talking about all the folks, including you and everybody else that has made this happen. It's not easy to raise money, and or keep it. But I really am impressed and respectful and appreciate that you were able to do this and to remind people how important this community is. So, thank you.
I get to talk later.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk later, guys.
So we will do a picture.
How would you like this?
Let's go in front of the podium.
Okay.
Like city council meeting.
I don't have to do nothing. Look at the camera. Thank you. Wow. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you, Supervisor. We are very happy you were here. Thank you so much. The other representatives for the City of Antioch are Mayor Ron Burnell, Mayor Pro Tem Louis Rocha, City Treasurer is Jorge Rojas Jr., and there are several former Antioch City Council members, former Antioch City Council member, and Antioch Unified School District Board of Trustees President and School Board member Joy Motz. Joy. Former Antioch City Council member Lori Orgachuk. Now, the next person, he's so long ago people forget, but former Antioch City Council member Alan Payton. Alan? Woo! And my favorite former Antioch City Council member, my wife, Catherine Radden-Freitas. With us also is the East Bay Regional Park District Director, Colin Coffey, representing Ward 7, and his wife, Mia. Antioch Unified School Districts, we have School Board member Olga Kobus Smith, representing District 4. We want to thank you, each and every one of you, for being here today. And I would ask that you please all stand so that we can honor our country. We are going to have the posting of the flag by the Delta Veterans Group, and then the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem. Please begin. And J.R. Wilson, is he here? He was here earlier. So, Mr. Mayor, why don't you come forward?
All right, will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, thank you.
Our MC forgot to mention another city council member, Don Freitas, right here, who's a former mayor, Contra Costa Water District board member, many other things, but I just wanted to make sure he's recognized as well.
All right, and singing our national anthem is Jim McMartin.
Thank you, John. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Jim. That was outstanding. Okay, everybody, you can sit down. As I mentioned, the city of Antioch is very fortunate to have not one, but two county supervisors. And what's even better than that, I think they both like each other. And in politics, that's not always the way it is. But what is wonderful about both of these county supervisors is that they try to help all the communities within their districts. And they have been working together to the benefit of our community. And so you heard earlier Diane Burgess, and now we have from District 5, Chanel Scales Preston. Please come forward.
Thank you.
The one thing about being an MC council member is forgetting yourself when you are council members. When you are a council member as well. Good morning, everyone. It is great to be here with you all, and I'm sorry I'm a few minutes late. This is my third event this morning. We had kicked off a community cleanup in Bay Point, so I've been trying to do them all in my unincorporated areas. And then I had another event in Martinez and had to change and then rush over here to you all, so you didn't see me in dirty boots and everything. But I am thankful that I was invited to come out and to give a few words, and it's just such a privilege to stand with the Antioch Society Museum, a place that continues to remind us that history is not just something that we read about in our history books, but it's something that we live and preserve and pass on. And so I am grateful that the city of Antioch has really done this within their community, and that we don't just celebrate buildings and And not just this bell, because it's more than just the bell. It's really about the celebration of community, a community that remembers its past and continues to value the present and build with faith and unity and continue towards its future. This morning marks 3 significant milestones: the 25th and the 50th anniversaries of the Antioch Historical Society and the dedication of the new Unity Bell Tower. Each of these milestones represents decades of dedication and collaboration, and it really shows the love for the city of Antioch. When we think back to where it all began, it's remarkable to see how much Antioch has grown and how the community has evolved and still hold on to its community roots. The building we gather in once used to be the Riverview Union High School, founded in 1910, was the first high school in the far East County. From 1911 to 1931 was the cornerstone of learning and opportunity for young people in this region. Then in the year 2000, it came full circle to be reborn as a museum and learning center and opening its doors once again to students and the public as a resource of understanding in local and state history. That journey from education to preservation tells you everything about Antioch character. We adapt, we endure, and we repurpose what we have to serve for the next generation. For 50 years, the Antioch Historical Society has been the guardian of our collective memories. It has preserved the stories that shaped the city, ensuring that future generations can see, touch, and feel the past that built the city of Antioch that we know today. And I often wonder, when that first board of directors came together in 1975, could they have imagined what they would see now? Could they have foreseen what their modest start would grow into this beautiful, vibrant museum that welcomes thousands of visitors every year? I suspect they dreamed big, but I even think they would be humbled by what their legacy has become today. And now we add another story to that legacy, the story of the 1872 first church bell. The bell is more than just a historical fact. It's a symbol of Antioch's history. It once rang from a church known for its courage that welcomed all that came through its doors. It welcomed women into leadership, opened its doors to the children of Chinese workers, and counted amongst its members Thomas Gaines, the first known black citizen in Antioch, who served faithfully as a member of this church. This is no small thing. In 1800, such inclusive took vision and conviction. The people of that church saw humanity where often too many of us don't always see. That was understood then, and this community's strength lies in its ability to welcome all. And so this bell, which once watched silently over those acts, faith and compassion, rings again today. Not just as a symbol, but as a living voice. It calls us together for one community, reminding us that the values of inclusion, equity, and a shared purpose are not just ideals here in Contra Costa County or even in the community of Antioch. It's the foundation. None of this, of course, happens by accident. To the members and leadership and volunteers of the Antioch Society, thank you. You are the caretakers of the past and the builders of our civic pride today. Your dedication and preservation and education has allowed us to gather on days like this. This is who we are. This is where we come from. And to the donors, your generosity is a quiet force that makes this history visible for us. You understood that preservation is not just about saving things, it's about meaning. Every brick, every exhibit, every story is preserved. Here is a gift to the entire community. And to everyone here today, the families, students, city staff, city leaders, and longtime residents, your presence speaks volume. When we welcome together to celebrate history, we recommit the ideal that Antioch best days are not behind us and are yet to come. In the end, I just want to say happy anniversary to the Antioch Historical Society and congratulations on the 50 years of preservation of our past. And may this Unity Bell stand proud for the next 100 years, a beacon of history, harmony, and hope for our community. Thank you, and God bless our community.
We truly, truly are fortunate. All right. What I would like to ask next is to have Reverend Gene Davis, a retired pastor, come forward and provide the benediction. Invocation, I'm sorry.
I could do the invocation and benediction, but after the benediction, everybody gets up and leaves. So I'm going to have a word. By the way, I occasionally get thanked for the nice weather because I have been a pastor. I am not responsible for the weather. It's sunny, and it said it won't be windy, and it won't be windy until the commemorative speakers are up here. Would you join me in prayer? Dear Father, come and be with us as we gather to commemorate a symbol of the beginning of our town. The sound of this bell rang throughout the small town of Antioch, greeting and welcoming its citizens, calling them from their homes and down dusty streets to worship every Sunday from the 19th and into the 20th century. I'm not in control of this either.
Neither am I. Is it there?
Don't touch the button. Don't wander too far. Let us continue our prayer. Usually you don't have prayers in sections like this. We now continue. This is a symbol of once upon a time, of memories, and reminds us of those who built a small village on a river, Smith's Landing, which in time grew to be this town of Antioch, our town. Father, we have seen this town grow and change. We have become a community of great diversity. We have come here today to remember a significant part of that history. Today we come as a group of people who respect and love our community. Be with us as we commemorate this part of our history and look forward to our future. Thank you for those who in times past gave of themselves to build this town, and for those who now continue to love and contribute to the beauty and safety and growth of this community. We are united in many ways, the many ways we care for the welfare of our fellow citizens and the way we care for the future of this good city. Help us as individuals, as a community, and a city to be all that we can be.
Amen.
Amen?
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chris. And now for the windy portion of our program, I'd like to introduce the mayor, Ron Burnell. And there are several speakers.
Well, don't worry about my hair getting messed up, so I think we'll be fine. But, when I was getting ready for today, this was going to be a 45-minute talk, and sitting in the sun, it's going to be 45 seconds. So pretty warm out there, so I'll keep this brief. But it's one of the greatest parts of being the mayor is getting to come to celebrations like this that bring the community together, but also remember our history, which is so important. And Antioch's history is so rich and beautiful, and the more I learn about it, the more impressed and proud I am to call Antioch my home and to be the mayor today as I stand before you. And as a couple of speakers have already said, or our supervisors, the bell was in the 1870s is when it first came, and it called our community together. So it served many purposes. It rang for obviously church services and worship, but also when babies were born, when people died, when there was something, danger, something like that. So the bell served many purposes. It also served as a timekeeper in the morning, the midday, the evening. So this bell has served many different purposes throughout our community. But the beautiful thing about this bell is it served it for our whole community. Everybody got to hear it. Nobody was excluded. And so that's what I believe we're doing here today, is just coming together as the community of Antioch and our neighbors and friends from around here, and just celebrating a symbol of what Antioch was in the 1870s and what I believe it is still today. We were a diverse community, as we've heard. Thomas Gaines was our first Black resident and actually one of our founding fathers of Antioch and one of the members of this church in 1875. This church also, for the Chinese immigrants who were working building the Delta levees, provided a school for the children. So it reached out to the needs of the community, and really in learning more about the first Congregational church and their theme, their motto, their heart, it was really just being the hands and feet of Jesus and doing what was needed in the community. And so here we come 150 years later, and I believe that's what God is still calling us to do as a community, is to be the hands and feet of Jesus and to reach out to folks that are in need and to do it together. And we have so many things that try to divide us, but we're all Antioch. And so that's what I'm most proud of, and that's what I take away from this bell that's behind us here today. I also want to congratulate the Antioch Historical Society on 50 years. That is an amazing accomplishment. Yes. That's a long time to sustain something, and oftentimes it doesn't look like this when you end up 50 years later, but this is a testimony to the men and women that have built the Historical Society in this beautiful place that we get to come gather today, and the 1910 schoolhouse and things like that. So I'm just super proud of that as well, and the fact that there's so much heart and passion in the folks that serve. $85,000 was raised for this, which, as we all know, is not easy. There's a list of donors that's 50 deep, and so there's just a lot of community pride here in Antioch and a lot of people that want to be a part of preserving history, but I think we preserve it so that we can use it to look forward. So also just want to thank you all for coming out here today and being a part of this celebration. It's very memorable, and the point that this is a unity bell is important, because today more than ever we need unity in Antioch, in our state, in our country, and around our world. So thank you. God bless the Historical Society and the work they do, and God bless Antioch.
Thank you. Now the president of the Antioch Historical Society, Sherry Gale.
My speech, very short.
Hello? Hello. I moved out here 52 years ago to Antioch to go to the brand new college and take BART to my fabulous job in the city. Although the fabulous job and BART took a while to come to fruition, I've loved Antioch ever since the day I decided to take up residence. So with all that, I wanted to let everyone know that the past is actually closer than we think. Some of us knew Bud Sperry, a long-term resident of Antioch. His mother graduated with the class of 1921 from this high school, and it's still standing today. She would walk miles and miles to go to school. There were no computers, etc., etc. The first Congregational church bell has waited patiently for its future to ring again. Today we acknowledge our history, past, present, and future. This not would have happened without all of your efforts, love, and hard work. Thank you to all. That's it. Short speech.
Thank you very much. So the next speaker has served as past president of the Antioch Historical Society and is or has been the project team coordinator. So I have to tell you on behalf of the core team, thank God today finally came, because he has been so concerned about every detail. we had plan A, B, C, D, just in case something went wrong. And I'm sure after today, his blood pressure is just going to go down, down, down. He's just been very, very devoted, dedicated, and trying his absolute best to make today a very special day in the city of Antioch, today and tomorrow. So I'd like to introduce the past president, the coordinator, Dwayne Eubanks.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. So I just wanted to say that introduction was wrong. I'm just here for the hot dogs and cake and that kind of stuff. So some say the society's best days are behind it, that our society, our stories are fading, that we can't sustain this place. But standing here with you today, I see something else entirely. I see a future. Your presence, your generosity, and your belief in this day prove that our legacy still matters. We're not just surviving, we're evolving with purpose, with pride. And with the support of our community, we're expanding our lens to tell a fuller, more inclusive story, one that honors all cultures and voices. Behind me stands the 1871 Manili Foundry Bell, a symbol of that legacy. When it first rang, Antioch had very few residents. Among those who heard its chime were Adelia Kimball, at 12 years old, our first teacher. Reverend William Wiggins Smith, who was one of the founders. Chairman of the City Council, Roswell Butler Hard, the Hard House, was here. County Sheriff Fred Wilkening and Thomas Gaines, one of the first, Antioch's first black residents and member of the first Congregational Church. They all heard the bell. From an engineering standpoint, the bell was ahead of its time. It features a patented rotating conical yoke, which allows it to be adjusted to strike different points and reduce the wear. But beyond its mechanics, the bell represents something deeper. The first Congregational Church, also known as the Pioneer Church, was a place of radical welcome. It opened its door to Chinese children during a time of anti-Chinese sentiment and embraced Thomas Gaines. To me, this bell is a symbol of unity, courage, and progress. May it continue to ring as a call to community and inclusion for generations to come. And now it's time to thank those who made this event necessary. I want to thank our incredible team. We have what I call a dream team behind this celebration. First of all, the marketing and fundraising team, Tom Manasco and Carla Baker, marry me. Rivertown Marketing Communications. And a conceptual design by the great Laura Enia Jaquez. Where's Laura? It's all over here. Laura and I helped design this thing, and we actually got along and we actually agreed on this thing. So that was amazing. And final design and construction, we had in our dream team, we have Stan Davis, who is the city engineer, and we have a fantastic young engineer, Ron Bass, who is the director, facilities director at Kaiser Permanente. So, and yeah, Ron isn't here today. He's doing something else. I also want to special thanks to Mr. Paul Fish with the First Congregational Church. Paul's here. And we wouldn't have the bell without the care of the Zamora family. They kept us, they had their love and commitment saved the bell for many decades, and we're thankful to them. And of course, the City of Antioch, Mayor and City Council, also Mr. Shahad Wright from Parks and Recreation, Hanso and the Volunteers and Police Service, the Heritage High School Air Force ROTC, Team Jesus Ministries. But most of all, thank you to our donors and our volunteers. You are the heartbeat of this society. In closing, as we look ahead, may this bell continue to ring, not just as a relic of the past, but as a symbol of our shared future. May students, families, and visitors hear its call and be reminded that history lives here, and so does hope. I leave with you the words of Mr. H.W. Brewer from the 1870s, who wrote, "The sweet, sweet tones of our bell sound out over the plains and waters, much to the satisfaction of all concerned. Perhaps it rings so sweetly because, as a legend has it, 50 silver dollars were cast into its 700-pound form by Miss Helena M. Utter Wilkening. Viva Antioch, viva Historical Society." Thank you.
And I do want to recognize also a lot of businesses step forward. And maybe you know this or not, you know, a lot of times in economic development, we say, who is the number one employer of the city of Antioch? It's the Antioch Unified School District. Who is the number two employer? It is the hospitals. And today we have Donna McGee from Kaiser Permanente, who is the hospital site director, to speak to us today. Donna?
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Dawn. It seems like it was just yesterday that you were at the Antioch Medical Center and we were doing a dedication for our hospital. And at that time, you said that our hospital was the crown jewel of Antioch. And I would say that this beautiful bell and this beautiful place may just take that spot now. Good morning, everybody. I'm the site director at the Antioch Medical Center, Kaiser Permanente, and my name's Donna McGee. And it is such a privilege to be with you here today at the Antioch Historical Society for the special dedication of this bell. It's a symbol of our history and our community. Standing here today brings back so many memories. I'm an Antioch girl. I grew up here. I rode my bike on these streets. I went to these schools. I may have been in the principal's office. Back then, I didn't fully appreciate how much history surrounds all of us, but today I do, and it makes me proud to live, work, and play here in Antioch. Kaiser Permanente has been part of Antioch's history for decades. Our roots run deep, and we've always believed in more than just providing health care. We believe in being a true partner in the communities that we serve. In fact, we are proud to be one of the largest employers in Antioch, and it's a responsibility that we take seriously. Our mission is not only about delivering high-quality care, but also about supporting the well-being of the entire community. And that commitment shows up in many ways, through investments in our facilities, creating jobs, partnering with local organizations to strengthen the fabric of Antioch. We also know that the future of this community depends on young people, and that's why we support programs that promote education and opportunity for children, our next generation of workers and leaders. And today's celebration reminds us of something equally important: preserving and sharing our history. Artifacts like this bell tell the story of where we've been and who we are. Kaiser Permanente is proud to support the Antioch Historical Society in its mission to keep these stories alive so that everyone who lives here can appreciate the cultural richness that is right in our own backyard. Thank you to the Antioch Historical Society for inviting all of us to be part of this dedication and for all that you do to preserve Antioch's heritage. Together, we honor the past while building a healthier and stronger future for this community that we all love. Thank you.
I'm surprised she didn't say thrive.
You said it for
Our next person is very special. I don't know if you know, Antioch has a poet laureate. And today, he is going to come forward, Jose Cardone. Mr. Cardone.
Thank you, council member. It's a beautiful day out here, huh? Man, I was riding my bike over here. I was like, man, it's great to be alive today. So, yeah, my name's Jose Cardone. I really love this place. You know, since the first moment I walked into this building, I was in love with it. And so I've come back and I've hosted events here, but now I also come back and just do tours with the children now. And it's an absolutely special place. As we celebrate this historical moment of the historical 1871 First Congregational Church bell, I'd also like to give respects to the Jupon and Omping bands of the Miwok people. We've heard a lot. You can clap it up. That's right. That's right. They are a part of Antioch's history as well. That's right. We've heard a lot today about the significance and actions of the first Congregational Church bell. And the reason why those actions are so significant is because those acts of inclusion and kindness were not always extended to all people. That's also very true. Growing up in church myself, I was raised aware that all of us are imperfect. And that's okay. That's completely okay. Like many, Antioch has a checkered past, to say the least. But I am proud to be a part of this community that is continually striving to improve and become better. That's right. I have a short poem for you today. We've been through a lot. Through pain, heavy rain, and mud on our socks. Through lows, highs, and early goodbyes. Gut checks and jabs right in our eyes. We've hurt, hit dirt. The blame may lay at some of our sides. Are we accountable? Do we forgive? Do we shrink and hide in the face of mistakes? Or do we choose to live? Choose to fight? In our shortcomings, we can all unite. In our efforts, we seek light. In our faith, we keep sight. In our city, we choose life. Here in Antioch, we've been through a lot, and we'll go through more. So we'll go through more. We'll spread our wings eagle-like, and we'll soar. Together we'll build bridges, bring better and open doors. Build bridges to opportunity, unity. Bring a better future to community, and open doors to healing and plenty of opportunities. Together we'll overcome. We'll get it started, and we'll get it done. But to do so, we cannot erase, we cannot ignore, we cannot forget our tumultuous history. It's in the newspapers, it's in the stories. There's no mystery. So let us stand together. Remember the past, the good, the bad, the ugly, so we may write a future with love, with courage, with vision, humbly. I bought myself an old 1969 typewriter called a Valentine Olivetti, released on Valentine's Day. And I typed up a poem, I typed it up, and I want to present it to Dwayne and share in the Historical Society. So this is for you. I don't know if you want to come get it, if you want me to drop it off over there. All right, all right. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you.
Thank you very much. We're coming to the end. So the next is the major sponsor acknowledgments. And I'd like to call up Mr. Tom Manasco, or as some of us like to call him, Mr. Antioch. Tom is one of those unique individuals whose whole lifelong passion has been his love for Antioch. And he has served this community very, very well. Professionally, he served our community for 28 years as a Recreation Department Director and as Administrative Police Manager. He has served as a co-founder and volunteer, raising tens of thousands of dollars. If you are in his sights and he asks you for support, you're going to give it to him because he'll never go away. Some of the projects here at the museum that has involved him: the Antioch Sports Legend, acknowledging men and women involved in over 100 years of sports in Antioch. The Firehouse that houses the 1927 Ford Model T fire truck we have on display today, honoring the Antioch Fire Department, which existed in 1871 to 1975, and relocating the 1929 Santa Fe red caboose here to the museum property. So he has, we're going to recognize 6 of the major donors, and he will tell you how much we raised and how many actually contributed to this incredible, worthwhile project. Mr. Manasco.
Thank you for your kind words, Don. I appreciate everything you said. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you donors and residents of Antioch that are here today. We really appreciate you coming out. Believe me. I will keep my comments brief. I'd like to start out with 7 months ago. Mr. Eubanks approached me and asked me if I would be part of the fundraising spearhead on this program. And first question I asked him back was, how much money do we need? And he said 100,000. And I said, well, after raising 350,000 for the Red Caboose, I think it's doable. And so anyway, he and I have been working with the committee to raise funds since April. And I'm pleased to report to you, this was 86,000 behind me, but we generated $97,300 plus in-kind contributions, probably 5, 6, 7,000. Haven't totaled them all up, but we exceeded the 100,000 goal, believe me. And today I'm pleased to announce that to you as a community, because a lot of you were involved in making this happen financially. And we do have reserves that will cover vandalism and repairs in the future. I assure you of that. At this time, I would like to recognize our 4 major sponsors. Those sponsors were $5,000 to $10,000, and we had 4 of them. And I'd like to recognize those today, in addition to 2 contractors, Drill Tech, Shoring and Drill. They've worked with me for the last 35 years. And Wayne Swisher and his 2 sons, Brian and Brett, are here. And I hope to present an appreciation plaque for them. Just to give you an idea on Drill Tech, when we put that caboose in, they made a $40,000 donation to the museum. I have known them for 35 years. And so you can't get those kind of gifts today. I mean, that was amazing. That caboose wouldn't have been here had they not participated. First of all, I'd like to call up, or I'd like to recognize the City of Antioch, Ron Donnell.
Ron? Ron's in the middle.
It's a bell.
Alan, up, Alan. You can't forget Alan.
One more? One more? Put the microphone down.
Not that I've done this before.
3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Next, I'd like to recognize Kaiser Permanente Hospital from Antioch and Donna McGee.
Hold on, Alan's got to get in
Next, I'd like to recognize Wayne Swisher, cement contractor, Brian and Brett. Please come forward. Where are you, Brian and Brett? Are they here today? Where are they? I guess they're not here, but we'll get that plaque to them. Next is Drill Tech Shoring, and Bernadette Brooks is here representing their owners. They couldn't be here today. Bernadette.
Posing now. Michael.
This, I think it's
Oh,
not
it's
fastened, but it's, okay. I gotta move over.
There we go.
So thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Well, Alan, thank you. Thank you.
Next, I would like to recognize the East Bay Community Foundation, Bob Beswick. Sharon Beswick, is she here today? Sharon here today? No? We'll make sure we get that to her. And then, let's see how I missed anybody. Kiwanis Club of the Delta Antioch. I'd like to have Mr. Art, let's see.
He's coming.
He's coming.
He's coming with money.
President Archie Smith.
Take that to the bank. And Miss Kay Powers.
Miss Kay Powers up here.
She's hard to see behind you.
Nice meeting you. Thank you. Why don't you guys face that way?
You want up higher? As long as it doesn't cover me completely.
Thank you, so honored.
You gonna get a picture?
Yeah, we get everybody kind of dead. Okay, you ready? 1, 2.
Dad,
All right, one more.
Here, I got it.
That's okay.
I don't even have to stand up now.
3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Jerry, you can get it. It's all too late now.
You keep that or I'll lose it.
Thank you for it.
I think that's for reason.
Let's give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And as was mentioned earlier, all the contributors are here forever and ever and ever. So we appreciate all the resources. I mean, I think, as Tom said, the cash was something like over 97,000, as well as the in-kind over 100,000. In this day and age, that's extraordinary. Of course, so is Tom, because he just never, ever gives up.
Thank you, Tom.
As I'm running, the other items, some of the acknowledgments, I would like to ask Paul Fish to please come forward. He was the last treasurer for the first Congregational Church, and Lisa Wilkinning Kanazawa. Could you please come up as well?
Well, it's my honor to stand up here before you as a representative of the First Congregational Church of Antioch, established in 1865. We disbanded in 2021. We existed for 156 years in the city of Antioch. As was talked about before, our doors were open to everybody. And I can't think of a more fitting name for this bell as the Unity Bell for the city of Antioch. We joined the church in 1986, my wife and I. We raised our 3 sons there. They all remember getting their chance to ring the bell 10 times before the beginning of the service, 11 times at the end of the service. And some of you may have also had that memory. It was hard to close, but the time was right. We donated this bell to the Antioch Historical Society because of its uniqueness and representing of the unity of the city of Antioch. So this, like I said, it's been great. Thank you.
I am so pleased to be here today on behalf of my family. My great-great-grandmother Helena donated 50 silver dollars. And when I heard that, I thought it would be fun to see if I could make a donation of 50 silver dollars. You can't get them anymore. So I was very pleased to be a silver level donator in her honor. I am here on behalf of my father, and I know my grandfather, Stanley, would be so proud of this event happening and would support the unity focus of the bell. Thank you so much.
So say your last name again.
Wilkening.
Wait, I screwed that up. I'm sorry. I apologize. Do you want pictures? Okay, go.
Go in, Don, go ahead. Wayne, you want to get up from here?
Sherry,
Yeah?
can you get all
Yeah.
four of us?
Yeah, 5 of you.
I can sit.
Okay. And like each other. That's great. County supervisors teach us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We're almost there. I just simply want to recognize a couple groups. They're not going to give speeches. The first one is Deer Valley High School Jazz Band, directed by Ryan Carr. They're going to be playing as soon as we finish. Jim Lanter is another wonderful community person. He and his wife Arlene, they just give so much to this community. They never ask to be recognized. But Jim and Arlene, thank you so much for again helping us out. Now this program has been going on for a while. The program identifies Park and Recreation Department, Mr. Shahad Wright, as the acting director of Park and Recreation, but he's actually been permanently appointed as Antioch's Park and Recreation leader. Now he's not here, he's driving around the truck, and that's the...
No, he's talking about Hans.
No, I'm not... Hello, wait. So, for the volunteers and police services called VIPs, Mr. Hans Ho, who's the coordinator, as well as the volunteers. And now for the moment, and that is to actually hear this. Oh, there they are. Hans, why don't you all raise your hand? Thank you very much for protecting us today. You know, earlier, where is he? There is our city treasurer, Mr. Rojas. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. And so, the little bell ringer, the mayor, Ron Burnell. I'd like to ask all the members of the board of directors of the Antioch Historical Society to come forward. Jim Bennett, Teresa Court, Stan Davis, Dwayne Eubanks, Janet Farr, Carrie Grant, Mary Greenberg, Laura Jacquez, Judy Nakush, Lucille Meinhardt, Kay Power, and Linda Walgreen. I also would like to ask those people who have worked on this project to come forward. Now, Stan Davis said that we have to take it by the side. I never argue with the engineers. So if you all can come forward.
I want to hear this.
And Ron, I tried it. Thank God you exercised.
Wait.
Come on. Come up. As much as you want. You can let it ring. Let it ring. Come on, everybody. Get up here. You all did the work. Come now, the reality. So grab the rope. Okay, the pictures. Grab the rope. Wait a minute. Get everybody in the picture. Everybody there? All y'all happy? Okay, Ron, let it go. Now he's not going to give it up. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that ends our program. We have food and refreshments. We also have tours in the museum. I just want to thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. One last thing. So if you were a donor, please go into the museum upstairs and we have a gift there for you. Thank you again. Much appreciated. There are several speakers and acknowledgments that will be highlighted. during this dedication, and I want you to understand that this is the first bell that we truly believe was rung approximately 154 years ago.
This morning marks 3 significant milestones: the 25th and the 50th anniversaries of the Antioch Historical Society and the dedication of the new Unity Bell Tower. Each of these milestones represents decades of dedication and collaboration, and it really shows the love for the city of Antioch.
I occasionally get thanked for the nice weather because I have been a pastor. I am not responsible for the weather. It's sunny, and it said it won't be windy, and it won't be windy until the commemorative speakers are up.
Well, don't worry about my hair getting messed up, so I think we'll be fine. But, when I was getting ready for today, this was going to be a 45-minute talk, and sitting in the sun, it's going to be 45 seconds. So it's pretty warm out there, so I'll keep this brief. But it's one of the greatest parts of being the mayor is getting to come to celebrations like this.